Rick Harrison, the charismatic and often controversial star of Pawn Stars, is no stranger to the limelight. Known for his sharp business acumen, quick wit, and a knack for striking deals at the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas, Rick has built an empire that extends far beyond flipping rare artifacts and antiques. Yet, as he prepares to walk down the aisle for the 5th time, it seems that not everyone is thrilled about this latest chapter in his life. A wave of public chatter and criticism has emerged, casting a shadow over what should be one of the happiest moments for him personally. The news of Rick's impending nuptials broke earlier this year when he confirmed during an interview on a popular morning show that he had found love again. His fiancée, whose name has been kept relatively private until now, is said to be someone who shares his passion for adventure and entrepreneurship. According to Rick, their relationship blossomed after they met through mutual friends, and despite their age difference, she is reportedly decades younger than him, they quickly discovered common ground. "She gets me," Rick said with a smile during the interview, "and I think she's going to keep me young." However, while some fans have expressed excitement and well wishes for the couple, others have taken to social media platforms like Twitter and Reddit to voice their skepticism. Some comments question whether Rick's track record with marriage might signal trouble ahead. Others point out the stark contrast between his age and that of his fiancée, suggesting ulterior motives or even implying that the union could be more transactional than heartfelt. One particularly scathing comment read, "How many times does he need to get married?" At this point, it feels less like love and more like a pattern. Beyond personal opinions, there are also concerns about how this new development might impact the dynamics within the Harrison family. Over the years, viewers of Pawn Stars have grown accustomed to seeing Rick interact with his sons Corey, also known as Big Hoss, and Adam, as well as his grandson Jake. While these relationships have had their ups and downs both on screen and off, they form the backbone of the show's appeal. Now, however, questions linger about whether Rick's upcoming wedding will strain those familial bonds further. There's speculation that past divorces may have left emotional scars, making some family members hesitant to fully embrace yet another stepmother into their lives. Adding fuel to the fire are reports from insiders close to the Harrisons, suggesting that tensions have already begun brewing behind the scenes. Anonymous sources claim that certain relatives feel sidelined by Rick's whirlwind romance and worry that his new partner might disrupt the delicate balance holding the family together. This sentiment was echoed by a former employee of the pawn shop, who revealed in an online forum that Rick's always done things his way, but this time, people around him seem uneasy. Despite the backlash, Rick remains characteristically unfazed. In response to critics questioning his decision to remarry, he shrugged off the negativity during a recent episode of Pawn Stars. "People can say whatever they want," he remarked candidly, "but at the end of the day, I know what makes me happy. And if I've learned anything from my past marriages, it's that you can't let fear stop you from taking chances." He went on to emphasize that every relationship taught him something valuable, whether it succeeded or failed, and that he believes he's finally found someone who truly understands him. Still, the controversy surrounding Rick's upcoming wedding highlights broader societal attitudes towards serial monogamy and high-profile relationships. For some, Rick's willingness to dive back into matrimony multiple times reflects resilience and optimism, a refusal to give up on finding lasting love. To others, though, it raises eyebrows and invites judgment, especially given his celebrity status. The combination of wealth, fame, and personal history creates fertile ground for gossip, scrutiny, and second-guessing. As the big day approaches, all eyes remain fixed on Rick Harrison and his fiancée. Will their union prove the doubters wrong and stand the test of time? Or will it become another cautionary tale in a long line of tumultuous romances? Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: Rick's journey continues to captivate audiences worldwide, blending the worlds of entertainment, business, and human drama in ways few other figures can. In light of the swirling rumors and criticisms, Rick's fiancée has chosen to remain largely out of the public eye thus far. Unlike previous partners who occasionally appeared alongside Rick on Pawn Stars or in interviews, she has maintained a low profile, leaving much of her background shrouded in mystery. This deliberate distance has only fueled additional curiosity and, unfortunately, suspicion among fans and detractors alike. Some wonder why she hasn't stepped forward to address the allegations herself, while others speculate that she may simply prefer to avoid the chaos that comes with being associated with such a polarizing figure. What little information is available paints a picture of a woman who is fiercely independent and ambitious. Friends describe her as intelligent, driven, and unafraid to challenge convention. These traits align closely with Rick's own personality, which may explain why the two clicked so quickly. However, the lack of transparency regarding her identity has led to rampant speculation. Conspiracy theories abound, ranging from claims that she's using Rick for financial gain to whispers that their engagement is merely a publicity stunt designed to boost ratings for Pawn Stars. While none of these accusations have been substantiated, they underscore the challenges faced by individuals entering into relationships with celebrities. Every move is scrutinized, dissected, and judged under a microscope. Even innocent gestures can be misconstrued, turning what might otherwise be a joyous occasion into fodder for tabloids and internet trolls. It's a reality that Rick knows all too well, having navigated similar waters throughout his career. Yet, the intensity of the scrutiny this time around appears to have caught even him off guard. Amidst the noise, Rick has tried to shift the focus back to the positive aspects of his relationship. During a recent appearance on a podcast hosted by a fellow entrepreneur, he opened up about how meeting his fiancée reignited his zest for life. When you find someone who makes you laugh, supports your dreams, and isn't afraid to tell you when you're wrong, you hold on to that, he explained. Sure, we come from different generations, but that doesn't mean we can't connect on a deeper level. Age is just a number. It's about compatibility and shared values. He also addressed the concerns raised by his family, acknowledging that their hesitations stem from genuine care rather than malice. My boys have seen me go through a lot over the years, Rick admitted. They've watched me make mistakes and pick myself back up. So yeah, maybe they're worried. But I've talked to them, reassured them that this isn't about replacing anyone. It's about adding to our family. If anything, I hope this brings us closer together. For now, Rick appears determined to tune out the negativity and focus on building a future with his fiancée. Plans for the wedding are reportedly underway, though details remain scarce. Sources close to the couple hint that the ceremony will likely take place in a private setting, away from prying eyes and cameras. Whether this decision stems from a desire for intimacy or an attempt to minimize distractions remains unclear. What is clear, however, is that Rick Harrison is once again proving himself to be a man unafraid to defy expectations, even if it means facing criticism head-on. As the countdown to the wedding begins, the world waits to see how this latest chapter in Rick's storied life unfolds. Will the skeptics soften their stance once they see evidence of a strong, loving partnership? Or will the doubts persist, overshadowing what could potentially be a beautiful new beginning? Only time will tell. But one thing is undeniable. Rick Harrison's journey continues to remind us that life rarely follows a predictable script, and sometimes the most compelling stories emerge when we least expect them.